The parents prepared a lavish dinner for their biological son, but their adopted child David could only watch from the side. You'd think the boy wasn't valued, but that wasn't the case. Seeing his little brother open his mouth to show off the food, David ignored the teddy bear's warning and grabbed his brother's food, stuffing it into his mouth. The adoptive parents rushed to stop him, but it was too late. They cut open David's stomach and actually pulled out a chip covered with food. Turns out he was just a robot. The repair technician cleaned the chip while warning the robot child not to eat food anymore. But David didn't care about his physical condition and instead calmly comforted his worried mom. But he didn't know he was just a replacement for this family. The couple's child was terminally ill and didn't have much time left. The husband couldn't bear to see his wife drowning in sadness all day, so he took it upon himself to bring robot David home. At first, the wife was extremely resistant to this replacement. She not only thought it was absurd to let a cold machine replace her flesh and blood child, but also because, although he looked cute, his mechanical movements were scary. What was even scarier was that when the wife peeked at him through the glass door, he could keenly turn his head around. But her son Martin was dying after all, and since David looked no different from a human child, the wife began to waver. The husband said that once they confirmed adopting David, David's love for him would be burned into his hardware. If the adoptive parents decided they didn't want this child, he could only be returned to the company for destruction. Although the wife wasn't sure in her heart, she still signed the adoption agreement. After that, David would stick to Mom's side every day. At first, Mom wasn't used to his appearing and disappearing, and his strange smile. The boy staring at her made her feel uncomfortable all over. Mom wanted to get rid of him, and sometimes would lock David in the closet, but then she felt guilty. She opened the door and let David out, but this made David think Mom was playing hide and seek with him, so the awkward scene that followed happened.